What's going on, guys? Today we're going to change the barrel on this Fx9. It's going to be a 16-inch Freedom Ordnance for this Fx9. Before you order the barrel, you want to make sure that you have a Gen 2, because if you have a Gen 1, then you're going to have to get the feeding ramp and a bunch of other stuff in order for the Gen 2 barrel to work on your Gen 1. But since mine is a Gen 2, I didn't have to worry about that. All I did was order the Gen 2 barrel and it'll go directly on there with no issues whatsoever. Let's get to it. Obviously, you're gonna need your barrel, tools. I got this wrench, plier thingy. I have a drill with the drill bit on there for these 3 screws right here. The first thing you want to do, obviously, is check, make sure that it's clear, no magazine, nothing in the barrel, nothing in the chamber. And then you're going to close it up. Now you're going to want to take these 2 pins off, or just push them out in order to take this upper off of it. Use either a 223 or 556 round, or to be safer, you can use a push pin or anything that is thin enough to push that through. Now, after you take the upper off, be careful with this. This is the bolt. Then you want to take the charging handle off. Now we're going to get to these 3 screws to take off this handguard. You want to twist and then pull. There's your handguard. We are going to take off this muzzle. Make sure you don't lose that washer. Put it to the side.
We're going to loosen up the barrel. Now, there are tools for this.
So in order to loosen up the barrel, you need a special tool, which I did not know exactly which one to get. I ended up getting this one. Did not work out quite so well because it broke. If you have a nice wooden table, nice clamp setup to hold your upper, then you need to improvise like me. So I had to get my car jack, the pipe wrench that I bought at Walmart for $7, and I had to protect the upper with this cloth, pinch it under as I raised the jack so it wouldn't move. And then with the pipe wrench, I started counterclockwise, I guess is what it's called. Counterclockwise, because the red dot is facing me, the barrel's facing me, so clockwise would be that way, that's to tighten it. Counterclockwise would be this way. So that was how I was able to get that barrel nut off of the barrel. That was a crazy project, but now that I have this barrel nut loosened, which was a bitch to do, this is the first time I ever do this. Now, you can take this off, and then you can remove your barrel. Let's get our upper, our new 16-inch barrel. Probably gonna look funny with the small handguard, but I can always upgrade that later on. Let's put on our barrel nut that was so hard to take off. Super hard to take off. This time I could just tighten it just as much as I can by hand. There we go. All right, that's nice and tight. Let's put our handguard back on there. Align it with the upper rail. We're going to tighten it. Drill bit that's kind of like an Allen wrench, I guess you can call it. Whatever you call that. There we go. Now it's nice and tight. Now let's put the washer back on the thread of the barrel, and then the muzzle back on the same way it came, which is that big opening towards the threaded barrel. There we go. Charging handle goes in like this, and then slide it in. And then our bolt goes in with the extractor part forward towards the barrel, like this. But this is how it should look. Back to normal. Charging handle, bolt. So now we're gonna put the upper back on the lower receiver. The first thing you want to do is pull this part of the trigger, which is considered the striker in a way. The striker, because when you press the trigger, it hits the bolt, which hits the bullet that has the striker in it also. So this does strike the bolt. So you want to pull that back till it clicks, because if not, you will not be able to get this upper on there. Then you want to put the front on there first. There we go. Just push it in and then pull it all the way back, and then lock this in place. Make sure it goes all the way in. Make sure you're able to see it all the way to the other side. And there you have it. 16-inch barrel on the Fx9. Like I said at the beginning, make sure that yours is a Gen 2 Fx9 and not a Gen 1 before you order any parts for your Fx9. Tell me in the comments below what you think. Does it look better with the short barrel? If you don't know what that looks like, it's on my channel. Or does it look better with the 16-inch? I believe this one is an 8, maybe 10. This is a 16-inch. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. See you in the next video.